Welcome to Outlander Media Network. I'm Kirby Lee Bailey. I'm here at Smoky Mountain Terracon in Kingsport or Johnson City, Tennessee, whichever one it is. And I'm with G. Tom Mack.
Hey, mate.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Some of you folks may not know who this fella is, but if you saw The Lost Boys, you know who he is. Tell them about it.
Well, I wrote the theme song to the movie Lost Boys, which was called Cry Little Sister. And my God, the 52 movies I've written songs for, it's definitely one of the most dearest to my heart. So it's just been an unbelievable ride with just how fans have reacted to that film first and foremost, but also just how there's people that have never seen the movie know the song. It's out there in the ether.
We thought it must have been ironic because we were driving up here and we were listening to Serious Octane, and I don't know who it is, but somebody has a remake of Cry Little Sister.
Oh my God, there's so many covers of that song, from Marilyn Manson to this one, that one. It's just...
And every time it's ka-ching for you, huh?
Well, one of the greatest compliments is that South Park this last year licensed it for one of their episodes. It was one of the most viewed episodes of South Park over the last 3 years.
Really?
That was, I love South Park, and it was a big honor to have my song part of it. And they paid well.
Hey, South Park, I love South Park myself. I've always, I couldn't tell you how many different episodes I've seen of them. And I think what got me hooked on South Park years ago was the Christmas episode with Mr. Hanky, the Christmas food.
That's right.
I got hooked on it right then. I was like, I had to start watching this.
Yeah,
it's been on for 20 years now?
I know, it's amazing. What a run.
Lost Boys is one of my favorite vampire movies.
Oh, thanks.
I did have a vampire movie come out this year, gave a run for its money.
Sinners?
Yeah, how'd you guess?
Well, I think that's one of the best, honestly, it's got horror, but I think there's so much more to it. And the writing is incredible, the directorial factors, and just the cast. It's like really like 100% on its game as a film, and a great story.
I tell you, when you watch the movie, you forget that it's a vampire movie while you're watching it.
I know.
You forget about it.
You don't even think it's a vampire movie. You think it's something else until you get to a certain place in the film where you just like, wow, it's just remarkable to have a film come out that has that much quality to it in this day and age.
I was very impressed. We're big fans of the movies. We go. I think we don't watch a movie unless it's on the big screen.
Right.
Period.
How about that? Old school.
Well, we talked about last year. We did 90 movies last year.
Wow.
And I'm not sure how many we've done so far this year.
In theater.
Wow, we don't never do them at home.
Yeah, you know what? I love, obviously during the pandemic, we were all at home watching stuff. But I still love going to see a good film on a big screen. Nothing beats that.
Yeah, we had to go check out like Mission Impossible the other day on the big screen to see what it was like on that one.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm sure that was good.
Well, the best one we've seen on the big screen this year, well, when I say big screen, I mean IMAX, was actually Final Destination.
Oh, yeah.
And that was pretty incredible to watch on IMAX.
Yeah, I'll bet. Yeah, it was made for that, right?
And we saw Sinners on IMAX, and that's a great movie.
Yeah.
I could have gone either way. I could have gone regular movie on that one, because I believe that movie will get nominated for an Oscar at the end of the year.
I would think by now that the quality of what that film is, that the general Academy would go like, the acting alone is just stupendous.
That Jordan is such an outstanding actor in that movie.
And to play both roles. At first I was going, it was so uncanny that I thought to myself, did they get somebody else that looked like him? And then I realized that he's playing both roles. I knew he was playing both parts going in, but it just seemed so like, what a great job.
So are you from England, or where are you
I
from?
was born in Birmingham, England. I came to America, not a really young age, but I go back a lot. Not to Birmingham, but to London. For those who don't know where Birmingham is, as you say in America, Birmingham, as in Alabama and all that. But we're in the Midlands. It's northern. So we're 30 minutes from Liverpool, 30 minutes from Manchester in that little tri-area.
You have to go through Heathrow too, don't you?
Well, yeah, that's sort of my other home. I spent enough layover time there, might as well go.
I learned real quickly about Heathrow is make sure you get on the right bus, because if you get on the wrong bus, you just mess up. I figured that out real quickly.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's not they always talk about how hard an airport has to get through. I've been through harder ones. Heathrow's right up there on airports I'm not a big fan of.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I'm so used to them that they're, you get partial to certain airports that you feel like, well, this could be my own. If all else fails, I'll just drag my ass out here and sleep.
Well, that's how I feel whenever I went through. I used to go through Dubai Airport a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And like I say, one of their shopping areas the size of a mall.
Right. Exactly.
Just one shopping area.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And like I said, they always told me when you hop on this flight, make sure you show up 3 hours. If you're flying international, you won't make it.
Yeah. Airports are mad these days anyway.
Well, they have to be. It's safety. I get
More
it.
more people on the planet.
So you got a show tomorrow that you're going to be performing here at Smoky Mountain?
Yeah, I'm performing 4 o'clock tomorrow, which would be the 1st of June. And I love to, when I can come out and do these conventions, because it's a great way to meet the fans and just have more of a one-on-one, as opposed to, it's fantastic when I'm just doing regular shows, but you don't really get to meet people that way, you know what I mean? And so these are a great way to meet the fans. And it came out of a long stretch of work. I didn't do much convention stuff this last 4 or 5 months because I've been working on Cry Little Sister, the musical, and it started now, and I'm working on a musical called Don't You Forget About Me, which is about pen pals in the 80s, being produced by Paul Brooks, who did My Big Fat Greek Wedding and also Pitch Perfect. So it's been a real ride. We started working on, I wrote the film. It's a musical, but it's a cool musical. It's got a vibe, and it's about teenagers being pen pals, and London, New York, and LA, and how they change each other's lives by pen pal riding when we didn't have these.
That's weird.
And it was sort of their social media,
We were talking about that the other day because we go to lots of concerts, and one of the things you're talking about, these things drive you crazy. Like when you're trying to see something and somebody's got this in your face while you're on the floor, it's like, I can't,
Hey, as much as it has its attributes, I think it has its downfalls even a bit more than the attributes these days.
Well, it's like we're excited about one of the concerts we're going to later this year, Ghost, and there's no cell phones allowed at this show, so I can't wait to see how this goes.
That's going to have a lot of withdrawal symptoms, I think.
Yeah, some people will be shaking, and there's...
I'm thinking, a lot of withdrawal symptoms.
I think it'll drive my camera person crazy while we're at the show. She can barely put her cell phone down. She gets mad at me because, like, I'll walk into a building, my phone's just still in the car. The only thing I use it in the car for is GPS,
right, yeah.
Which is great. And I told somebody, we were talking to one of the bands one day, they said, what did we used to do but when we went on tour we didn't have these things to get to the shows? I said, used to have an atlas and fight for about an hour.
Or you had a paper map. I remember those.
I'm very fond of them. Well, we appreciate you taking time, G.
I appreciate it.
And we hope to see your show tomorrow, 3 o'clock tomorrow. And we are Outlander Media, and we're out of here.